This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Syracuse Orange and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking, the red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. this is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. It's the Syracuse Orange and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Orange head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The run inside. It's Miller. Turning it on. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Steve Angeli. Good timing on the quick out. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Running inside. It's Miller. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. He uncorks one deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cuse.
Well, that's the start you're looking for if you're David and you're trying to upset Goliath in a game that nobody gave you an opportunity to win. What a nice job offensively, just making good decisions, taking care of the football, and making the plays when they were available to be made. They march it down the field, they get on the scoreboard, David, and I think this crowd right now is shocked.
They are shocked, and it got a lot quieter. And here's the good thing. Now the confidence goes through the roof. Coaches talk about it. We got confidence. We can win. The players have to believe. And they talked about something good happening early. Not letting this crowd go bananas. That's how they drew it up. That is an excellent start for this squad.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Bailey. With the catch, it's Scott. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
And one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. The run inside. It's Scott. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have it.
NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Bailey. The screen, he can go. And he will score! Touchdown, NC State!
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets it in the end zone.
And the extra point is good. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We'll see if they can do it again. Running inside, it's Johnson. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On target over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Throwing Angelic. Makes the catch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Angeli finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Now here's Angeli. He's taking the shot. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
And these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking for a big play. And that will be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like, I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Before they snap it on fourth down, we have a timeout call. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
3rd and 6 yards to go. To the air, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that bot
fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on third, fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there, and now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Quarterback will keep it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Steve Angeli fires to the big fella. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but
hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Angeli to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Syracuse right back at it. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's got him this time. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. From the gun on 3rd Angelic. He's got his man. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got the back over the middle. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The run inside. It's Miller. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Throwing Angelic. Bringing the heat. Finds us back in the middle. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They go play action with Angelic. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. The throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Bailey. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Angelic. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Gets rid of it. Finds his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Steve Angeli. He's got it. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 7 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Demon Deacons, able to pull off the upset by just a score. It'll be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. This coach knows the importance of that win. It gets him to 2-2 on the year after a nice road victory.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Rolling right and going deep. He's got it up the 30. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. NC State going up tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game.
Touchdown, Wolfpack. On the sideline, got it in the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. On to attempt the try. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running inside, it's Johnson. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Angeli. He's got the tight end. Runs through a man. He might have some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. There he goes. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
You've got great field position here. You've got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Angelic fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. Syracuse forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just feeds the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
To the air, it's Bailey. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Back to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Looking left. Zips it out to his man. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Looking everywhere for room to run with really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Steve Angeli. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Now here's Steve Angeli. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Under fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Escapes the pressure to his right. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Takes the easy completion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Throwing Angeli. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Finds his tight end. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Got a man in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Angeli, he'll take a shot. couldn't make the grab in the end zone, but this flag looks as if it'll be on the defense. And let's take a second to look at the numbers these two quarterbacks have posted. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 after that interception.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Throwing right. Got his man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the field. Hits the crease. Inside the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
And those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Jukes his way for more. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Fires to the tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is, because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Steve Angeli pulls it in. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Syracuse right back at it.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Again, it's Angeli. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Trying to burn this defensive back. Pulls it in down the sideline. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Throwing Angeli. Dances away to buy time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Floats it out in space. Touchdown, Syracuse. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the point after is good. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll try to get him on the fake. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
Man, the fake punt. The idea of the fake punt is so great. I'm going to catch you off guard, get a free first down. But when it goes south, everybody's tipped off. Why did you do it? What a stupid play call. So if you just called it, sorry, but that's what I had to say about it.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Syracuse right back at it. Angelic. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Got one on the return. The 30. Running inside the 20. And with the pick six. Touchdown, NC State. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons.
He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The run inside. It's Johnson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
A false start gives him a little extra work to do here on 2nd and 11. Steve Angelic. Fires to the big fella. Quick with the spin move. And And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse right back at it. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I love it. Defense not...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
NC State 42, Syracuse 29.
Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. Gets it just across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and that's where the return is stopped. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old heel down from victory formation. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.